everybody. So today is my second time of doing family movie night on Sunday. I hope you're having fun with that. And we are looking at a kind of a random choice for me. It was a movie I had never seen before. I was just looking for something new and different. And so I decided to go with the Sony Animation 2006 film Open Season. And I hadn't really heard very many good things about this going into watching it. So I didn't have very high expectations. And you know, I was pleasantly surprised. I think it's a cute little movie. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. It's not a Pixar movie, but I was thoroughly entertained by it. It's interesting because the year that it came out, there were a lot of these sort of animation fish out of water kind of stories. So like the year before, you'd had Madagascar, you had The Wild from Disney, you had I don't know, there's just a whole long list in the ones I was reading of different kind of Over the Hedge had come out, which is kind of similar to that. You know, there's just a lot of this kind of theme. So I think that's maybe part of why it hurt it a little bit, because it's about this bear named Boog who is raised very civilized with this woman named Beth, who's this park ranger, and he goes around doing these sort of nature shows. And he lives in a garage and he's very like pampered. Well, there is this redneck hunter who doesn't like the fact that there's this civilized bear, and he wants to hunt basically like everything. It's this deer who only has one antler named Elliot, and the two of them end up getting put back in the wild, and so they have to like figure out their way back. Well, Elliot kind of helps Boog figure out his way back to Beth and through the wild. I mean, we've seen this a lot of times. You know, everything from Bongo to, we saw a little Fox and the Hound. We've seen it in Bolt. We've seen it many, many times. Sort of the pampered pet, the Aristocats even, the pampered pet that has to sort of make their way back home. But I think that it doesn't matter if we've seen it a lot. I think I probably heard it that year because they'd seen it a lot that year. But, I mean, it still did, I think, fairly well. But as far as reviews, I think it probably heard it. But I think it's executed pretty well here. I think that the humor is funny. You've got Martin Lawrence and Ashton Kutcher as the lead voices. Not like two of my favorite comedians or anything, but I think it's actually pretty funny. The slapstick and there is some potty humor, but actually I thought it was kind of funny. And overall, the banter between the two of them, it's really good natured, it's really sweet, there's a nice lesson there. And also, I liked the animation much better than I expected, especially from 2006. It's Sony's first film, and you know, not my favorite studio in the world, but especially a scene where they get swept up into a river and a waterfall, I thought was really well animated. And I guess I grew up in a small town, redneck town, and to me, Shaw actually seemed like a pretty believable character. I could definitely think of people basically like Shaw, like kind of obsessive about hunting and everything like that. And I think kids will really like it. And it'll be entertaining enough for adults, but not in a tawdry kind of way, which I don't care for. The character of Beth is a very pleasant, nice character, and it's just an enjoyable overall little film. It's not a classic, it's not a masterpiece, but I had a lot of fun watching it. So then there's also a ton of characters. There's this squirrel that's really hilarious, also Billy Connolly, so funny. There's these two skunks. There's a porcupine that's pretty funny. It's just, there's a lot of jokes and a lot of good fun characters that I think girls and boys will both like. So I know that they've done like a ton of sequels, so I don't know if those are any good, but I do think that the original Open Season is a solid film. I would give it like a B. So let me know what you think of Open Season. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Put in the comments section, and thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you later. Bye!